Okay, let's talk about certainty. Certainty in manifesting. Welcome to Patty's World. I am a manifesting transformational coach. I help you with manifesting mindset and really believing in yourself that you're worthy of living the life of your dreams. And if I did it, anyone can do it. I want to talk about certainty today because one of the things with manifesting is certainty. What it implies, what it entails. Certainty is a sense of creating from within. We create and imagine our world from within. And when it comes to love, which is the majority of questions that I get and people reaching out to me, whether here or on other social media platforms, is about love, wanting to attract an SP or attract love or find a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever it is, in any case. There's a couple of things that, three big things that I believe. Number one, first and foremost, is self-concept. Whatever you're certain of, whatever you believe in your mind, whatever you think in your mind and feel in your heart about yourself is what you will create in your life. Period, point blank. That is self-concept. Whatever you believe and assume about yourself and the world around you is what you're going to create. So if you believe you're not worthy, if you believe you're not loved, if you believe you're not chosen, if you believe that people always leave you, that is what you're going to leave. If you have an underlying limiting belief about love, that's what the universe, the world, people are going to reflect back to you. And when it comes to law of assumption, and I approach it through all spiritual universal laws, but specifically the big one I follow is law of assumption, but they tie into the other ones, is no one to change but the concept of self. So self-concept is everything. And the thing is, you first create that from within. You don't change from without. You don't tell people from without. You don't go to your significant other or your SP or whoever and try to change them or see things differently. So I had the housekeeper ring the doorbell. We're still traveling. I'm in Spain. I'm in Mallorca, Spain. Look at our beautiful view. We're up in the mountains. It's been a little bit chilly and rainy, nonetheless beautiful compared to where I'm from, where it's really hot right now. Okay, so let's go back to talking about certainty. So whatever you believe you're certain of, as far as yourself and your significant other, your SP, whatever you want to attract, that's the cycle or the loop that you're going to stay in. And this type of creation is a deeply profound, different way of thinking. You're approaching life and love through energy, through spirituality. We create the ideal of what we want, of who we are, by going within first, by going within ourselves, in our mind, creating a new version of ourselves, a new identity, and we step into that identity in the right now, in the powerful now, because that's all we ever have. We create that new identity and believe and assume from that person, and we feel and believe from that person, and we're certain that because we're operating from core beliefs and assumptions and the identity of the person who has their ideal relationship, that is the state we're operating from, then that is what we will align with in our lives. Then your significant other will show up differently in your life because you are a new version of yourself, not the needy, lacking version. Now, I want to point out something because I've had questions about, well, I'm still blocked and I've been doing all this affirming and I've been doing all this changing within myself, but he still blocked me. I see no change. If you're still checking the world of the five senses and you're still checking your external world, you haven't changed within because you're so focused on the other person and what they're doing and who they're talking to and how they're operating, whether they've blocked you or unblocked you. And this approach is that everything is a reflection of you. You are the operant power. You are creating it. You are the one who operates it. I want you to think of it like a movie. Your life is the movie and you're the main character, but you're also the producer, the director, the writer, and you assign the roles that people play. And when you are so focused on an SP and what they're doing, you're making them the main character in your life and you're playing the supporting role. And when you're operating from the belief that They are the ones who give you love and approval and acceptance. You're giving them a position of superiority in your life. They're looking down on you, and you've heard this. You pedestalize them. You have them on a pedestal, and you're operating from lack. And whenever we operate from lack or wanting and need, it is the belief or the assumption that we don't have it. And you want something from someone else because you don't have the approval, you don't have the self-love, you don't have the sense of self-worth. And when we're operating, our energy is very chasing and needy and lacking. And needy energy repels. You are repelling your SP when you are operating from neediness and lack. When you take the attention off of them, and that's what I always advise you to do, take your attention off of them and make it about you, because you're the operant power, you're the writer, you're the producer, you're the creator, you're the main character. Take the attention off of them and affirm for yourself that you're confident, that you're secure, that you're chosen, that you don't chase, you attract, that you're irresistible, that in your reality, people always come back and choose you because there's no one like you. You're irreplaceable, you're magnetic, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're confident within yourself, you're safe within yourself, you're secure within yourself, you adore yourself, you value yourself. You don't need to chase. And whether someone leaves or goes or stays or chooses you, it doesn't determine your worth, your value, your happiness, your joy. You determine it. You get to say who you are. You are the creator of your reality and of your universe. And from that place of power and security and worthiness, we naturally attract people. People feel a safeness, a safety to come back into our lives. And they always come back. In my reality, people always come back because I leave a huge void in people's lives. That's how powerful my energy is. That's how you need to operate. It is a huge, huge, huge shift that we make. Before I understood these laws, I operated from needy, lacking energy. I went through this transformation myself. It absolutely works, but it's an everyday thing. It is an everyday thing. You have to brainwash yourself and release those old limiting beliefs of neediness, of obsessiveness, of lack, of hyper focusing on a man and thinking that your worth and your value, your joy and your happiness is in the hands of someone else. You're operating from a void. If you're looking for a significant other or a relationship or anything else to fill the void within yourself, you're always going to be operating from neediness and lack. You feel that within yourself, and then you naturally attract people. Plus, it's a much better way to feel. It's a much better way to feel. You love yourself. You're at peace with yourself. You're confident with yourself. You feel safe to be you. And from that place, you don't give two figs whether someone stays or goes. I mean, you can love people. Of course, we love people. I mean, we love our significant others, but we know our worth and our value is not based off of them. And we will be okay no matter what, because we determine whether we thrive, whether we're successful, whether we're happy. We determine, we create our own realities, we create our lives. So in love, self-concept, stop chasing, stop hyper focusing on the other person. Always make it about you. Come back to you. And again, I give shout out to Kim Bellis. This is her line. This isn't mine. When in doubt, self-concept it out. Always work on your self-concept. And then get clear on the type of relationship you want. What kind of relationship you want to affirm for the type of relationship you want. So I affirm I only have safe, secure, loving, mutually supportive relationships. I'm surrounded by people who love me and uplift me and always want the best for me. I have safe, loyal relationships in every capacity, in family, in friendship, in love, in work, in clients, in everything. And I affirm and created that new core belief. I created that intention. And first in love, first and foremost, but in every other area as well. And claim it. Don't be afraid to claim it. The universe always says yes. And I heard this from someone else. The universe always says yes. So if you say, I'm not good enough, the universe is going to tell you yes. Yes, okay, you're not good enough. And I'm going to give you and match you up with experiences that keep showing you that you're not good enough. But if you claim that I'm more than good enough and that I'm worthy and I'm deserving and I'm always chosen, the universe will say yes. So fearlessly Claim it. Boldly claim your desires. You're worthy of them. And if you have the desire within your heart, it's because you're meant to have it. You don't change the mirror. The outside world is just showing you who you are right now. You change who you are from within. We create from within in our minds, and we feel from our heart center. And that's how we create our external reality. It aligns us with the same. So wherever you are in love right now, in your romantic relationship or non-romantic, you have to have certainty of who you are. Who you are. You're the woman who's loved, chosen, magnetic, beautiful. Define her, step into her, be certain of her. And the universe always says yes. In your external world, that SP will reflect it. That is how it works. And always, and I say this all the time, go out there and live your best life. Our life is meant to be joy-filled and happy and live it to our fullest. I mean, it goes by in a blink. Don't waste your life mourning over somebody or sad. Go out there and become the most ideal, badass, attractive version of you and live your life. Try new things, reinvent yourself, find hobbies, start a new career, make new friends. Live your best life. And when you're out there living your best life and creating your best life and becoming, not even becoming, being the best version of you, you're naturally so radiant and magnetic and attractive, no one's ever going to leave you. No one. You're naturally happy and joy-filled. Think about people who are sad and hard to be around. And then think about people that you love being around. They're naturally happy and magnetic and joyous. You just love being around them because they love life. It's infectious. Their energy is infectious. And energy is infectious. We absorb people's energy. Negative, if we're sad and needy and desperate and lacking, we absorb it. And nobody likes to be around that energy because they drain. That's that vampire energy that we feel drains us. Energy vampires, they're sucking the life out of us. And that can happen in work, in friendships, in family, whatever. And people you're standing in line with, have you ever stood in line and the person in front of you is just complaining and you're like, how do I get out of this conversation? Okay, we absorb people's energy, which is why you have to be very intentional and careful about what you give your attention and energy to, and shifting and controlling the energy in a room, being very intentional and aligning with what our goals are, what our desires are. What is it I want from my life? Well, I want to be surrounded by happy, joyous people. And I get it, life is still life, but I'm able to shift the energy in a room. I'm able to shift the conversation in a room, and I'm able to remove myself from situations or places or conversations that don't serve me, that are really low vibrational, low energetic frequencies, right? That just resonate at very low levels. So I'm very conscious of what I give my energy and my attention to, especially in love. And checking up on that ex and what they're doing on social media and who they're talking to is making them the center of your universe instead of making yourself the center of your universe. And what you should be doing and working on yourself and leveling up and becoming, like I keep saying, the most ideal version of you, where you're so certain of yourself and your life, and you love your life, and you become the love of your own life. I promise you, you become so magnetic and so attractive. That's really how it works. So thanks for joining me on this episode of Patty's World as we continue traveling. We're moving again tomorrow to a new city. I'll show you where in my next video. If you have any questions for me, put them in the comments. And this is a response to a lady who was talking about her SP blocking her. I wanted to say, stop focusing on them blocking you or not blocking you. Focus on you, leveling up your self-concept and becoming the best version of you. Become the best version of you to the point that you don't care. And when you don't care, they come back. I promise you, they always come back because they can feel that you've removed your energy. They feel your void. The thing is, when we level up our self-concept, we almost don't resonate with people anymore. They can show up differently and you can reimagine them, but it's old versions of ourselves that resonated or aligned with those versions of people. So that's something you have to figure out for yourself. Anyway, thank you for joining me. We'll see you on the next one.